It's the Daily Quickie with Arty 84. It's a double shot. We got a double camera shot today. See that? It's gonna pick up power.
I look at you, it looks almost religious. It's this bright glow because of that light right there. So
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, a real studio, man.
it's like right in my face.
Let's see. This is episode 29, isn't it? Hashtag Fatty Matty.
He's jealous. I know what. Close your eyes. Put on light.
What?
Go to sleep, buddy. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Tommy is sleepy. So he's gonna fall asleep.
Sleepy time in the city.
Thanks for singing.
So now, if you dim the lights and stuff at night, will they settle down?
Yeah, they.
Dim the lights, play like that. I have one of those sound machines that plays.
Yeah.
Alright.
Like,
You ready?
Waves,
Wave.
rain.
When they were public.
Alright, what's going on, everybody? It's the Arty 84 show here live. We are on episode 29 here, live on Facebook. We have, as always, the Mallets here on the left of me. And Ronald Doubleback's making a live on-camera appearance this time. Usually he's just in the wind, off camera. But
2 cents.
You guys
yes,
are like a
it is
motley
the
crew. A motley crew, as Alex says.
lady has no idea how live recording stuff works.
Oh,
That's my mother in the background just yelling crazy stuff as we're recording, of course.
What am I on for?
Yeah. So it's what's today's date?
Today's Tuesday.
Today's Tuesday.
19th.
Oh, today's just blend in.
I know they are. The last couple of days have just been kind of merged together.
If you didn't know better, we just got back from vacation, as we talked about it all last week. With the two of these characters, this is 50% of the group here.
Yeah. Hence why I'm not holding a beer.
Yeah.
This is just not going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, is that where you want to start it on this, or you want to? How do you want to start this?
Do we want to start with something else and then get into this?
Yeah.
Because once we start, it's just going to go on.
All right, let's start football for next week.
Yeah, let's start with football.
All right, because that's just going to go. We're not going to get to anything else.
Yeah.
All right,
Do you
so
want to start a weekly
pick.
pick challenge?
We should. Just in the house. No money, just as a casual group.
Yeah.
Do you want to take score? Or we could start this week.
Take score of my own teams.
So I'm not going to honestly tell you when I remember what I
Try to
picked.
get everyone better. There you go. That's fine.
Pen and paper would probably be easier. I can
Yeah.
jot it down.
See what I got here in the old desk. Got some kind of sex toy, I think. Oh, this right there.
Trying to keep track of
There
this.
you go. Got an envelope for you. And a
I feel
pencil.
like we're all in slow motion.
Yeah.
Oh,
Everything's delayed, mental reaction.
We legitimately spent,
the dogs are looking at me like I'm getting something in.
what, 50, 60 hours straight for the most part? How much sleep do you say you got this weekend?
They're mostly naps. I'd say 3 hours usually, typically each day.
Yeah.
It was like napping.
Okay.
Enough naps.
I think I did 4.
I was going to say. That's about right, because Saturday night I stayed up till 5 o'clock in the morning. I woke up at 9.
Yeah.
So it was like Vegas time
Yeah.
for the most part. I think I probably got collectively
Friday
maybe
night.
10 hours for the entire week. Because Thursday night I got an hour of sleep because I flew in. And I slept on the plane for about an hour. And I took an hour nap before I went to the airport. So other than that, very little sleep whatsoever. So
I made up for a lot of sleep last night.
there is nothing I wanted to do more than to sleep this morning.
Yeah, here you are doing a radio show.
There we are.
From the comfort of your own home, though, which makes it a lot easier.
Oh, this is also the Daily Quickie, too. This is Daily Quickie 58 as well. I know how we're doing the double. And if you've been watching the Quickies for the last 4 days, you've noticed there's been a lot of Mallet and Doubleback in there.
Not really, me. I didn't really. I noticed myself in a few of them, but not just kind of in the background, just hanging out, which I'm fine with. I don't.
Yeah.
I kind of just like that, just sort of.
Well, you weren't right to the camera.
No, it's true. It
As soon
was.
as the camera comes out, I'm ready.
Yeah. Joey was all over the camera. She was double, you know what I mean?
Jesus.
There's our puppies. And there's my mother. She just walked in front of the camera. She's in.
TV went off.
She's
on
in.
the laptop.
She's in full. She's blocking Joey. Seriously, this is this. She's like that clueless lady just walking in front of the camera, like what's going on?
What's happening?
See, this is what would happen if I ever became famous and I was like doing like a sitcom or something like that. So my mother would be like in the audience just walking by, like.
Probably.
What's happening?
Catering?
But
I lose my mic.
yeah. So, all right, let's start the weekly picks. We could do this, and maybe we could set some kind of bet, maybe like an eating bet or something like something entertaining.
Do the picks and then figure out
Yeah, we can work on the.
the logistics of
All
it.
right. So the next
First
week,
game.
the first game is Thursday night. It's going to be the Rams versus 49ers. 49ers are 0-2. Rams are 1-1.
Well, not that it matters really, but where is
It's
it?
in San Francisco.
Okay.
I'm going to take the Rams.
I'm going to take
Easily.
What was
40.
the score last week for the Rams?
The Rams
They
last
lost.
week.
Yeah, they lost, but was it 2?
I don't know. Let's see.
Sorry, just.
No, you're throwing some curveballs at me right
Sorry,
here.
man.
Washington, 27-20.
Okay, I'm going Rams.
27-20. I'm going 40. I'm going 49ers. They only lost by 3 points to the Seahawks in Seattle.
The whole division plays each other tightly.
Very tight.
All year, every game.
Mhm.
So I think the Rams take this one.
I'm going to go 49ers on this. 49ers for good measure.
Adam went Rams.
All right. Now the next game is going to be Ravens-Jags.
It's fine, big guy.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm assuming this is in.
I probably don't have
When I say the second team, that's where it's at. Just to make it easier, because I don't think you're
Alright,
tired.
cool.
So Ravens-Jags.
Oh, go Jags.
And, I'm not going to tell you. It's not. It's actually in
It's in London.
London. It's a 9:00 game.
I'm actually going to go Ravens.
I'm going Ravens now.
I'm going Ravens as well.
It's against my gut because I like the Jags, but
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I'm going to go Ravens.
But it's essentially a neutral ground game, and I bet Baltimore travels better than Jacksonville.
I think Ravens defense is just
Think it's
that
good?
much better than the Jags defense
Well, here's the
right
g-
now.
Well, this next one's the game that we all been waiting for our entire lives. It's a whopping 0-2 team versus an 0-2 team.
That Cleveland Indy.
That's right. It's in Indianapolis. I might give Indy the benefit of the doubt in this one. I'm going to go Indy on
I
this.
wish I saw the highlights over the weekend because I feel like I'm going Indy.
I wouldn't call them highlights. They're more like lowlights.
I know it's true.
I'm
But
going to go Cleveland.
Cleveland. All right, here's another matchup of two crap teams just
This is
pissing
how
away.
Cleveland
The Giants at the Eagles.
I'm going Eagles.
was. Eagles.
Yeah, you have to go Eagles too. And then we got
This is going too fast for me.
oh, you can abbreviate it.
I am abbreviating it.
Next week we'll have proper.
I'll have something set up.
Have,
like,
yeah,
like a graph.
maybe like a whiteboard we could stick right here. We could fill it out as we go. We could be like the weatherman on Channel 5. Like
Next
Dick
game.
Albert. All right, next is Dolphins at Jets.
Dolphins. Easy.
Dolphins, first place team in the division right now. Best team in the AFC East
It's like
are the
last
Miami
minute.
Dolphins.
This should be Dolphins.
That's going to be short-lived, I can guarantee that.
Who are you going with, Adam?
Dolphins.
I'm going Jets, Jets,
You're going the
Jets.
Jets?
Yeah,
I'm actually going the Jets as well.
Jets at home.
I think Cutler he's going to burn out
I think,
eventually.
I think this is the bad game he's going to have.
You think
Against
it
is?
the Jets.
You think so?
Like he has that great first game. Everyone's going to jump on the bandwagon.
I agree.
I think it's going to happen.
against the Jets.
No, what you're saying is going to happen, but I think he's still got enough gas in him for one more good game, and then he's going to start doing horrible and throwing picks all left and right.
I think this is the game.
You think this is the game?
This is it.
Okay.
You think this is going to do it for him?
What we get next? Broncos, Bills.
Broncos, Bills.
Broncos.
Broncos.
2-0 Broncos, one of the best teams in the AFC.
So that's a sweep.
All right, then we got the Aints versus the Panthers.
They did lose Olsen, but I'm still going Panthers.
Saints versus Panthers.
Yeah, and they're in outside in Carolina.
I'm still going Panthers, yeah.
I mean, I think anyone who has a pulse will go Panthers.
Go Saints.
Sweep.
That's Suzi J in the background, of course. Still hanging on that Saints bandwagon.
We got him. Pittsburgh versus the Bears.
Next is Steelers Bears.
Steelers.
I mean, yes, absolutely. I
You
go
going
Steelers.
sweep? All right.
I'm going Steelers. Steel curtain.
Office brothers.
Next is Falcons, Lions.
I'm going Lions. I think the Falcons are due to lose, especially in Detroit, and they both play indoors. Stratford looked pretty damn good last night.
Stafford.
Yeah. What did I say, Stratford?
Staff
Who's
infection.
Stratford? Is it like a basketball player or something?
That sounds like something else.
Stratford. It's-
Adam, where you at?
Staff. I'm going to go Falcons.
Next.
Next we have Bucks Vikes.
I'm going Bucks.
Bucks first place team in the NFC
I like
right
the
now.
Bucks this year. I think they're going to be the surprise team.
Yeah.
Is
I go Bucks too.
Bradford playing?
That's a good question. Was he injured?
He didn't play week 2.
He didn't. Probably might not play. Oh, who started? Was it Jacoby Brissett?
No, he starts for Indy.
It's Indy.
Oh, it's Indy, that's right.
Was it Sean Hill?
I don't know about Bradford. I don't. But regardless, I still think Bucks win. I think Bucks will win the Super Bowl this year.
We don't
There's a
know.
lot of pause with that one.
Yeah,
Get
it was
out of
silent
reaction.
I
awkwardness
was trying to
there.
think. I'm
Wait
actually
a minute.
go Minnesota
Yeah?
and hope that Brad.
Minnesota?
They said it was just a bone bruise, his injury,
I saw that. That's why I was.
which is pretty funny.
Sounds kind of dirty.
Yeah.
Bone bruise kid.
Oh
I
God, ow.
We get next.
think that's what Eric Powers is suffering from now, a bone
From
bruise.
himself.
Houston versus New England.
Never seen a guy who was. We'll get to it in a minute, but I want to talk about his concussion. All right, let's Texans at New England.
New England.
I know Tommy.
I say New England only because we're in New England. If we were playing in Houston, I was going to give this one to Houston,
But we're not.
but
Oh,
we're not.
if we were playing in Houston, you were still gonna say Houston.
If we were playing,
Rookie quarterback against the Patriots.
yeah, because
He doesn't
Houston always plays us hard. Dan O'Brien, half the Patriots defense are assistant coaches down there.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm gonna say
I'm with New England on that.
I'm gonna say New England on this because it's a home. And I only
Seattle
think it's
versus
home.
Tennessee.
Yes.
Ooh, God, I just want Derrick Henry to become their bell cow so bad. He's such a good player.
I'm actually going Titans.
I'm going Titans as well. Seattle doesn't play very well in the AFC away.
They're not playing very well this
Period.
season.
Yeah.
Right now, their offensive line is
Yeah, I'm
terrible.
going Titans.
So
Yeah, I'll go
Titans.
Titans
It's a
too.
three-way kombucha for the
Sweep
Titans.
it.
All right, Alex Wallace, our number one fan.
Has joined.
Bucks won't win. SB Falcons win that division. Oh, I don't know, SB.
Super Bowl.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
He's abbreviating in a comment. Lions are a dark house, he says.
Dark House.
The
I'm
Dark
not going
Horse.
on that.
Dark Horse. Well, the Dark City as well. Jesus.
Cincy, Green Bay.
Yes.
Green Bay.
Green Bay. Bengals look phenomenal, huh, this year so far?
Oh God.
They're really good.
At
know
Green
what?
Bay, I'm going Green Bay. It's good.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, it's at Green Bay.
You
Come
can't.
on.
There's no way.
It's a 425
How many
game.
Sames do we have?
The Bengals have always choked in like the spotlight or anywhere that it's like.
Have
Yeah.
I taken a team? So I got Cleveland. That's different from everyone.
Because they're doing something.
Well, you gotta go
Maybe we're just both smart.
No, I was just trying to.
Maybe we're just all three of us are wicked smart and we pick the same teams.
No, there's a couple that are different. I would love to know if Jordy Nelson's playing. If he's not, then I think
Well,
Cincinnati wins.
I can almost say that Jordy
He has
Nelson.
no one to throw to. It's Devontae Adams, and that's it.
What about Montgomery?
Rodgers.
Ty Montgomery.
He's a running back.
He is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I almost made a terrible trade. We'll talk about a trade I almost did the
No,
other day. Good thing.
I'm gonna stick with Green Bay.
I thought Ty Montgomery was a wide receiver.
He was. He was a wide. He was a wide
He's
receiver
just
and
not a
running
running
back.
back.
What's the matter,
Last
Tommy?
year, remember, he was a wide receiver,
Yeah.
running back. You could do both.
Oh,
Is he-
buddy.
He's posing?
Did you see?
Tommy's a little tired today. Last
San
one.
Diego.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not last one. It's two more.
Oh, three more.
KC.
KC.
That's a good one.
KC Chargers.
KC.
What are you saying? I say KC.
Look at your cousin.
And the Sunshine Band.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with
You
that.
want any part
And
of
we
it?
get Oakland
How
versus
cute is that?
Redskins.
Washington.
In Redskin territory. I'm going to go Redskins on this one.
Take it Oakland.
I'm going Redskins.
Oh.
Going Redskins. In Washington, they're due.
Yeah, I do.
And
And they're going to be playing into a hurricane, so that's even gonna be cool. Hurricane Maria.
Dallas versus Arizona.
How are you doing?
Dallas versus Minnesota.
Arizona.
Arizona. Sunday night.
Yeah. I'll go Arizona. They need to win.
In University of Phoenix Stadium in
Take it
Phoenix.
Dallas.
I'm going Arizona to mix it up.
I'm actually different.
So me and Double Back
I'm
don't
going
get too much of it.
I think I'm going.
Me and Mallet are.
I think you guys literally have the same picks.
No, I think there's one that.
Oh, I think we have
No,
mismatch.
Brenda
literally
Bigott
think.
said hello.
I think this is the only game you're different on.
What's that?
49ers Rams.
Alright.
Because he just got home.
Well, that'd be funny if
Different on this one, too.
that'd be funny if me and you both go like 0 and
two of them.
15.
My dinner, you would tell her I
He's just
said
different on two of
We
them.
might win. That might be the tiebreaker. Alright. So we're at the New
I'll get
Orleans.
this made up professionally.
Perfect. And feel free to post it on the packy
I will.
or something.
Some of them are kind of tough. It's always the teams that really suck that
Yeah.
go against each other.
See,
It's harder. But that Browns
The other
game.
one, like San Diego, I think San Diego has a chance against Kansas City. San Diego's lost both games by 5 points.
Sure.
True.
And their kicker's
I was
their kicker's
watching-
awesome,
They
huh?
had a debate last night on NFL Network for a good 10 minutes.
Tommy lay down.
It wasn't even a debate. Everyone was in agreement that the NFC West is the best division this year.
The NFC West?
AFC West.
AFC West.
Some people are saying that all three teams,
Yeah.
three teams, Kansas City, Denver, and Oakland, are all going to make the playoffs.
It's possible it could happen because of the
One
amount
division
of
winners, 2 wild cards.
the crappiness that's in the AFC East
Everything. They're all
and AFC
crappy.
South.
AFC North,
I-
other than Pittsburgh and maybe Baltimore.
I think the AFC winner, South winner this year is on the 500 team again. I think it's a 7-9 team, very easily.
Who leads the division right now? No, Tennessee's going to win 10 games.
You think
Tennessee's going
so?
to beat the whole
Yeah,
division.
they're a good team.
Tennessee will go
wow.
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
The Tennessee.
Tennessee will, I
Tennessee
think, go 6-0 in that division.
Tennessee is playing the NFC West this year. I don't know. That could be 4 possible. Well, at least 3 possible losers. Less.
I think 3 possible wins. I think they can easily take care of 49ers. I think they're going to beat
49ers,
the
I
Rams.
think, is their only win in the NFC West.
I think they beat the
Even though I
Rams.
picked Seattle. Even though I picked Tennessee, they'll beat Seattle.
I think Tennessee beats Seattle, the 49ers, and the Rams, but loses to Arizona.
All right. Super Bowl predictions in week 3 already? Anyone?
God, no. I got nothing.
Oh my
I
god.
can't do it.
How about just AFC, NFC championship? You can pick 4 teams. That way you get a nice varietal.
I don't know. I need one more. I feel like I need one more week. I don't know what it is. I'm not.
Well, you can do Super Bowl predictions before the season starts, so let's do
No,
it.
but no. Now that I've seen like some stuff here, I don't.
New England, Kansas City.
I think the Buccaneers. This seems like they're going to go far.
You say New England, Kansas City?
Yeah.
All right, I'm saying New England, Broncos. AFC
Yeah,
championship.
New England's a shoe-in. I feel like.
Okay.
I guess you could do that.
I think New England, Kansas City.
Yeah?
It's funny we both went AFC West.
And I'm thinking NFC.
I think the Buccaneers are going to be a surprise, though. I think
Yeah?
they're really going to.
Almost 2 hours since I
Let's see.
I
Buccaneers.
called 30.
What about the Steelers? They're 2-0. You don't think they're going to...
Not enough defense.
I don't think they have enough gas.
I don't think they'll have enough to get a bye. I think a bye is going to come from the Patriots and whoever's the AFC West.
I'm going to agree with Alex Wallace here. I'm going to say the Lions.
That's insane. Do you guys only have one driver?
The Lions
And-
just have a history of being failures. Like I know they had this year they're looking pretty good, but like their history, they're like that team that just.
I'm like
But
lost.
I guess they're sooner or later gonna.
I'm going to say Lions, Cardinals.
It's on your way.
Lions, Cardinals.
Even without Johnson, but Johnson might be back. He'll be back. I think he's gonna be back.
He
Maybe
should
be back week
like
13.
before. I think he'll be back before Thanksgiving.
Who's that?
They're saying December.
Calvin Johnson?
David Johnson.
Oh, David Johnson. I was going to say, I didn't know Calvin Johnson's coming
I
out of
think he'll be back
retirement.
before then.
No, the
No, I think he'll be back before then.
September.
He's eligible
October
November 9th.
6th.
He's eligible November
November
9th.
9th.
to come
So
back.
do you think? So what's your...
Um,
We could change this to the weeks for right now, but just looking at the week 3 and see what happens the first 2 weeks of the
I
football
think the
season.
Eagles have a chance to be really good. I think they're going to be better. I think the Eagles are 2 years away from being a really, really good contending team, but they're not ready yet.
The Eagles have a good chance of winning that division.
Yeah.
Because I think I don't think Cowboys are going to be as good as they were last
Dallas
year.
Lions.
Dallas Lions. Oh, so we have a couple similars.
New England Lions. I can't see that being a Super Bowl.
Imagine. Well, it'd be the first time the Lions ever make it to a Super Bowl in the history of their
Yeah.
franchise.
I just think Detroit looks really good. I think Dallas will figure it out,
Yep.
and that's also pending if
I'm also,
Elliott,
Yeah.
if Elliott makes it through the whole season. Then yes.
and I agree with you. I think that 2 of the Wildcats coming out of the West for the AFC,
Yeah, I can't see it being any other way.
and it's going to be I think it's going to be
Unless,
a
unless-
shootout too. I think it's going to be within a couple of games of who's actually going to win the division and who teams actually have to go play in
Unless
that
Denver,
championship.
I think out of the 3 teams, the one that has the most chance of not making the playoffs
Yeah.
would be Denver.
True. Oakland has probably the best, I
Because
think, don't you?
I think Kansas City has the best.
You think so?
Their offense looks so good.
It does.
They
It
look good.
scares
Although the Patriots' front line and defense is terrible,
Yeah.
and they ran on
We
us
have-
like it was like and a
we
Hunt
have,
guy.
14 people on.
Do you agree? If Hunt goes down hypothetically, say like week 8 or 9, you still
I would
think they
lose
have to?
every one of my fantasy football leagues.
You still think they have enough to get to the
Yeah,
playoffs?
because you ever notice when a running back goes down, it's the system. It's not necessarily the running back.
Like with him, it's
No, because
he's
when
really
West
good.
went down, he was who was the guy? No,
Spencer Ware went
when
down.
Spencer Ware went down, West was fine.
Jamal Charles went down.
Jamal
Yeah, and
Charles went down,
everybody that's
yeah.
filled in was suitable. They were decent enough to be good part of the team. Like I think
Yeah,
whoever
he's
is filling in
so
back
good.
there is fine because
Yeah.
that line is fine.
I
Like I think
feel-
it's the system, not necessarily the back.
Could be.
It is the
Built
back,
like the
but
Patriots.
what?
They're built like the Patriots.
Yeah,
Who?
Kansas City.
Kansas City? Yeah. I don't know. I
It's
think
a
they.
system.
It is a system, but I think they're.
I just think from the looks of it, like Alex Smith is taking more shots down the field than ever before.
Who's
Oh,
that
yeah,
Korean
and he's-
line, right?
and he's
Who's-
older.
Who's that?
Tyreek Hill.
Oh, Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
I'm confused. Yeah, Tyreek Hill, the guy just beats.
And the defense is decent, so I think they have enough to. Huh?
Almost.
Yeah, I mean, I think defense wins, right? So we look at the teams. The best defense is
I'd
probably.
be hesitant to say this, and I'll probably get a lot of crap from Alex Wallace.
Yeah.
Um,
Our only fan.
no injuries. Kansas City wins the Super Bowl.
No injuries. Kansas City wins the Super Bowl. It's a bold statement right there.
I can't bet against a team that's demolished us.
Yeah.
True.
But how many times has the team demolished us and then beat us in the playoffs?
Actually, the
Once.
Jets have done it.
Oh, it's,
That was it. It's the Jets, but it's a division team.
yeah.
That's a team. That's a
Face
team.
on the Jets.
That's right.
2 years in a row, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Big baby.
But guess what happened in the AFC Championship both those years?
Butt fumbles.
Tony Bono couldn't even finish the job.
I don't know. I just can't. Right now, today, Kansas City's the best team.
All right. You heard it here, folks. You heard it here live. Double
Right
back.
now? Okay. Yeah,
Ronald double backs his KFC.
That's a long.
Best
Kansas City, not KFC.
That's great. Okay, so that was our football
Those are football talk.
talk.
Yeah.
Did anyone watch? We obviously didn't watch it, but did you read up on the
Crack up the little
boxing fight that happened Saturday night?
Didn't even know there was a boxing match.
Diaz and
No. Oh my God. No, I did not.
Was this anything worth seeing?
they said it was
He's gonna be
the absolute worst thing for boxing.
Really? So it
was a
actually,
mega fight.
so everything that was built up to 2, 3, 4 weeks prior to that has just pretty much been thrown away
It
for
was
this
a
fight. Is that?
complete mega fight. It was Diaz versus I can't remember who it was. It
And nobody
ended,
cared.
No, it ended in a double draw.
That's a double. What's a double
It's not
draw?
gonna have a rematch. All right.
Oh, really?
So it went 12 rounds, no winner.
What?
Yep.
And it was in Vegas.
Yeah,
Vegas
big
must have been
fight. It was a
pissed.
huge fight.
And when it was as well, obviously it wasn't as big as the one 2 weeks
No, but it
prior.
was for the heavyweight championship.
So that's a rematch.
So is the heavyweight not that popular?
It should be. Some of these guys are massive.
Was Tyson ever in heavyweight, or was he a midweight? Like what?
Tyson was a heavyweight.
Was he?
Oh yeah.
So after Tyson and what's his face with the missing air, Holyfield
Holyfield.
left. They just went midweights for that one because I don't remember ever hearing.
No,
anyone.
there's different divisions. There's always a heavyweight. There's always
No, there
it's
is, but no,
always
like the
Yeah.
premier one. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like-
there is. Just nobody cared.
yeah, I guess so.
Right, you know.
Because Merriweather and Mayweather,
Yeah, they're like
Yeah,
they're
midweight.
mid or
they were like a midweight. They had
yeah.
Billy or a lightweight, weren't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, settle down.
I don't know.
And we got upstairs. If you're hearing right now, you can pick up the audio. It's the elephants that live upstairs. They're
It wasn't Nate Diaz. I can't remember who fought, but it was.
oh, Nate Diaz was my nickname in high school.
Was it?
I was the Nate Diaz kid.
But yeah, I caught it.
Mom go, huh?
I was walking somewhere Sunday morning. Oh, when I went out Sunday morning for coffee, it was on the TV in the lobby.
So curious.
I see.
Come here. Come here,
I
Nola.
was like, oh, I'm gonna look up on that. And then I never
Which
did
is
anything
a great segue. Sunday morning, we're in New Orleans. The three of us, as we talked about it for weeks prior to this. We finally did it. It finally happened.
Finally happened.
We were there with Mr. Powers,
Here we go.
us, Suzi J,
Where'd she go?
Fatty Matty.
Fatty Matty.
Go lay down.
And if you watch the Daily Quickies, you get to see all this. It was pretty much a condensed version of the weekend in a nice 10-minute episode.
30 minutes. 38 minutes.
What was 30
Lay down.
minutes? Total?
Lay down.
Well, yeah, total time.
Yeah, total time, 30
Lay down.
minutes.
Not even total.
Lay down.
No. And basically, here she goes.
Go ahead. Lay down. Lay down.
So let's talk about day one when we get down there.
We were still working.
You guys were still at work.
Boy.
Powers was down there a whole 24 hours before you guys got there.
Oh God, yeah, I know.
And he had already been
Yeah,
knocked.
he was blowing up the group text.
Yes, he was. He made
I'm
his
trying
own
to
diary.
work.
It was
I'm
his
trying to
diary.
work.
Yeah. He had a concussion because he thought he fell off the mechanical bull.
Did you ever get that video?
No, I'm working
Guys
on
never
it.
sent me it.
He thought he was on the mechanical bull, and he thought he fell off the mechanical bull. And then the reality is, he never even made it on the mechanical bull, and he just fell
I was
off,
saying that one.
and he hit his head.
That might be the funniest thing I've ever seen because we all believe the story to 100%.
Oh yeah, I figured that makes sense. I didn't.
Coming from him, we all believed the story.
Yeah.
I know that he read it and hit his head. No, he didn't even get on it. No,
He
no.
literally stumbled off of it.
And the reality is, I didn't think he was going to be able to stay on the mechanical bull very long. Maybe like 5 seconds of that. But the fact of the matter was, the video shows him trying to get his foot up, and he couldn't make it up over the bull,
What are you doing?
and he fell backwards and hit his head on
Fell
the
backwards a good 10
on the
feet.
protective fencing that's around there.
That's a pretty decent bump though for hitting your head on like.
Well, yeah.
Let's try it. Go lay down.
But how many times else did he hit his head that day? Who knows?
True. Yeah, he probably fell over something else too.
We gave him his own
I
room,
think you have something.
which is hilarious. It's probably the best thing we could have done
I
because.
know. At first it was like, why does Eric have his own?
Yeah,
room?
but did you really want to share a room with him?
Yeah, in the end it was probably a good idea.
Yeah. You had a nice comfy room. How was your
Oh, my bed was
accommodations?
awesome. When I actually slept.
Yeah.
You know, it was actually it was really nice.
And Maddie in double back. You had the
Couch was
couch is very comfortable, huh?
it was comfy. Yeah, I had to position myself a certain way because
There.
if not, I was sitting in between two of the cushions.
Yeah.
And,
Come on there.
it was
Boy.
That's my mother again. She's looking at the wrong camera. Okay, the camera's over there.
Nola. Come on, Nola. Come on.
but it was good. It was
For 15 years, she's always asked why she wasn't on the radio
take
show.
advantage of the Danish I left behind.
I did not. Thank you for getting the breakfast that day, though, bye boy.
I was like, it was between a box of waffles and some Danish and donut holes.
I think Powers ended up finishing it off. But I think that was his primary
I brought home
meal.
a piece and I didn't have any.
I remember at dinner him sticking his finger in your food and eating it. Remember that?
Yes, he put his finger in your gumbo.
Yeah, he's like licking it, and we're looking at him like, what are you doing?
No, he didn't put his finger in there.
No, he did. He was wiping his finger on your plate and licking it.
He did something. You didn't eat it. You
No, you looked at him though, like, what are you doing? Like,
It was at the game. He walked over and just jammed his hand in my nacho fries.
He did it at the restaurant.
Yeah.
House.
Okay,
I think he flicked something in there.
maybe I was done already.
It was so disgusting.
hope so.
He was making like noises on his finger.
And then Susie went to eat it, and we were like, "No, don't eat that." Eric's finger was in there.
Yes, perhaps, yeah.
And then it
We were at a fancy restaurant. I would say it wasn't a super fancy restaurant, but it was like a.
You could go both ways, be casual,
Yeah.
messy, you know.
And he acted like an animal, of course.
Of course. And he's yelling. And him and Susie got into a debate over college athletes. Do you remember that?
Oh yes.
They were yelling at each other.
I was ready to leave. I was ready to
They
leave.
were sitting on opposite sides of the table arguing about, and he's like, "College athletes should be paid." He was like going on this like rant about.
It was him, Susie, and Amy.
Yes.
Everyone's looking at us.
Everywhere we went, everyone was looking at us.
That's true. Yeah, and I know we're all over the place this conversation, but we're starting with Eric here. So I remember at the game, he's like yelling, like when all those penalties were going down on the page. He's like, yeah, he's like standing up. He's like, yeah, keep booing us. And in my head, I'm like, God, if they start throwing stuff at him, I'm gonna get hit. And
Well, you're the lucky one. You got to actually sit next to him the entire game.
it wasn't that bad because he was talking to the guy next
There
to
was
him.
quite a
who-
few pictures of you floating around that looked like you were completely disinterested in hanging out with him. Though.
Well, there was one picture I'm actually smiling with him. That's a great picture. You took that. I was like, that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
great-
With the guy in the bottom corner.
Yeah, the guy was like, yeah.
He had like a weird look like.
Oh, the black guy. Oh yeah, he was
Yeah.
like.
That was a really great picture, actually.
And then Joey and Maddie has the picture of the woman that looked like my mother.
I heard your mother. What was that?
We I mean, we were. I guess it was probably easier to sit the way we sat than it would be if we actually had to
By the
sit six
together.
wide. Like
Yeah.
that would probably be an issue.
No, and it made sense too. Brothers, fiance, and me and Eric.
I didn't want to sit next to my fiance.
Oh, because you thought she'd go bonkers during the Saints game.
She was. She had about a quarter and a half of excitement in her,
Yeah, she fell out.
and then about
When
halftime,
it
reality
got down
kicked
to-
in.
It got down to what 2013 at one point.
Yeah.
In the second quarter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think
I was a little nervous at that point.
see, I never had a feel of nervousness that entire game.
When they hit the field goal and it went 20-13, I was like,
Really?
This is only a one-score game at this point.
See, I didn't think the Saints had enough to continue.
But then we went up, what, 30 to, what was it,
Yeah, we're up-
13 at halftime?
We were up
30,
20.
16?
I think we were up 20 at halftime. So
Yeah.
it's a number one fin. But anyways, it was other than that. It was the Patriots. I thought Tom had more than 3 touchdown passes. He only had 3.
No, all in the first quarter.
All in the first quarter.
First time he's ever done it.
And what are the other 2? Rushing touchdowns?
First time he's ever done that in his career.
Interesting.
First quarter.
And he almost put up 500 points with only 3 touchdowns.
30 yards.
500 points!
500 points.
Sure.
Um,
This is going to be interesting.
No,
yeah, where were we going next? We
Well,
started off towards the end, though, of the trip.
yeah. You
yes.
started with the beginning, and then we kind of ended up jumping around there.
Yeah, we were talking about the
Completely
game.
missed.
There's a lot that happened. That's why
You
it's
completely
was.
missed Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, I suggest anyone wants to see.
You completely missed
Just
Friday
you
and
might as well
Saturday.
come in. You're already in camera. Just right to my finger.
So you guys arrived. Power's already been there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and
You had the talking.
Thank you.
You had the talking tree.
Friday.
yes.
I had passed out.
We had shown up. What time did we get there? Like 12:45, 1 o'clock.
Yeah. Susan wakes me up and says, "I'll be right back. The boys are here." So I go, "Okay," but I'm half asleep. I'm passed out. Then all of a sudden I wake up and I see you guys just staring over me.
When we got there, you were
vegetable.
sitting like this. You were like,
Oh,
"What's up, guys?"
You were gone.
I had not slept the night before, so I was exhausted.
And then I want to say it was 15 minutes later.
Yeah.
Whatever. You just popped up. You're like, "What?"
Yeah, I got my
I'm
second
like,
wind.
What the heck? Second wind?
I looked at the clock. It was 1 o'clock in the morning. These guys had just gotten there. I was going to put them to bed, so we walked down the street to. That was a cool little
Kids, I
dive
wasn't
bar.
gonna put you to bed.
Yeah.
I liked that place. It's like an actual bar.
Yeah, they're open till like 3 in the morning. So I figured, we'll go there, have a couple drinks,
Oh, really?
and have a nice fresh start the next morning, which we did. We slept
Pretty
in a
much,
little
we
bit.
went to the bar, called it a night.
Yeah,
That was nice.
I was content with that.
Yeah.
I like how the last night you guys went back a little early. Me and Maddie stayed out with Suzi and Eric, and we got back to the hotel. We got back to the hotel.
Adam and I had a nice
pub.
dinner.
Yeah, they were nice.
Yeah, it was very romantic. I like the pictures.
Yeah, it was. It was definitely, and as I mentioned to you earlier, because that day we left the game. Well, I feel like we're getting to the meat of the trip for the night before last.
Yeah.
So, but I remember we left the game, and we go to meet at that barcade place. And I had a moment of like PTSD where like everyone's like, and I'm like, I can't do this 2 fucking nights in a row.
We-
The night before that, and I just lost my shit.
We went to some. Bourbon Street's a very loud
What about
place.
the guy when we went to take the trolley back?
Oh, you
That
dumbass.
was a weird thing.
Yeah, right.
Have some after.
Yeah.
We were gonna take the trolley back, and
Oh yeah, okay. Tell me about that.
We never ended
Area.
up
So
taking the
what?
trolley back.
So how do you end up getting back?
we took an Uber.
Okay,
So
I couldn't tell you how to take the trolley back. I just know how to.
So that's exactly what happened. I was like, when Susie and I was talking, I was like, oh, so we go left. She's like, no, you go right. And when we got to the street, we couldn't figure out which direction was left or right based on where we were on Bourbon Street. So I'm like, all right, let's go look at the map. And this bum overhears me,
Yeah.
and he starts having conversations. And Adam's like,
Don't do it.
don't do it. He's gonna ask you for something.
You try hustling you?
Don't talk to the homeless.
And then I'm like,
Yes,
all right, let
like,
me just,
don't
I was like,
feed the
I'll,
homeless-
I'll end it. And Adam's like, no, you're already too far in. I'm like, so I have a conversation with the whole guy. He explains how to get back to the station we're looking for.
Okay.
And then Adam and I are just like, I think he's telling us to go the wrong way. He goes, yeah, you got a little something for me? And Adam's like, I told you. So I gave him a cigarette, and he left me alone. So it wasn't money,
Yeah, no, they all.
So that was good.
which was fine. And then,
It wasn't like
Now Adam and
it
I
wasn't
are
like
more confused.
Maddie's friend in Vegas.
no, then after this, Adam and I are more confused on how to get back. So Adam's like, let's just get an Uber. I'll give you the cash. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
How much was your Uber and then being back to the
Going back
apartment?
wasn't
$12.
All right, yeah, it's usually what it
It
is.
was,
It's
like nine-
$12.
But-
But then the Uber driver went the way that the bum told us to take the trolley.
Oh, so he was an accurate bum.
So I think it was accurate. But
And he
the
was just
night
trying to help you
before
out.
I took an Uber, they went the other way.
Okay.
So I think there's just 2 ways to get back when you're driving as opposed to
There is.
taking the trolley.
Yeah.
One took me the highway, the other one took the back roads.
There you go.
It was
So in
confusing.
reality, was the bum was a friendly bum.
It seemed that way.
He
The
wasn't
only
there.
one, I offered him a cigarette and he took it and that was it. He didn't ask me money.
I have to say, for the city that's one of the top 10 murder capitals of the world, none of us got murdered.
Well, you
And I would
probably wouldn't be
say,
doing the radio show right now.
and I would say that a good 66% of us were probably smart enough not to go into a situation where murdered, but 33% of the group,
You had to save Eric one night.
33% of us could have died. And out of the 33%, half that percentage probably should have died this weekend, either self-inflicted.
33%.
None of us.
Huh?
What's the other?
Maddie, because he was following around Eric like it was a puppy dog half the
I
time.
thought you were talking about the night I
Into
left.
strange alleyways
Getting your
in bad
tarot-
versions.
Getting your tarot cards
Street.
read and having your mind blown by a bunch
Yes.
of bums on the street. Yeah, that's
See this card of a knife?
I have to
Means you might
say,
stab someone.
it is beyond me the miracle. See, I thought our flight was delayed on yesterday because God was telling me to stay in New Orleans because Eric was going to die. It was a sign.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as
Because-
we're getting to the airport, Eric texts and says, "Is Broad Street a safe street?"
Yeah, I saw that.
No, it's like one of the
You were
most
like-
dangerous streets.
To get
How
fried
far
chicken. He wanted
How far
chicken
away
so
is that
bad.
from the apartment?
Probably not too far. Probably
He's
what, like
lucky it was
a
still
mile?
light.
Because I walked up Esplanade.
That's fine as long as you don't go too far.
like 3/4 of a mile.
They're not bad. They're not bad
It was also
neighborhoods.
7:30 in the morning.
It's just bad streets, right?
Mom just recently down
Yeah,
Needless to
there's
say,
not
no
bad. It's really not bad
No
neighborhoods.
one
It's
got
bad
into-
streets.
no one even got to a fight.
No.
I mean, Eric got kicked out of a few places, but who
Well,
knows?
Suzi
None of us.
got no one.
Yeah, Eric.
Susie
Yeah.
definitely almost got into a fight.
Oh yeah, who'd you get in a fight with?
But
I forgot that one.
I wasn't. I didn't witness it, but I heard about it.
Was it the ginger?
No, it was
No,
some
it was
random
that
girl. You weren't even there for it, actually, Arty. I
Where
think
was
you
it?
went, you went up to the
It was
balcony.
me and Amy.
But he wasn't with us. What was he doing?
I was
you
there.
came and joined us. This girl just comes and stands in between me and Amy, and she's just staring at me, like literally.
Why?
And I was ignoring her. I just stared straight ahead at Amy.
We were having a conversation. It was you and me, actually, not.
Where were you then?
Oh, was it me and
Yeah.
you?
I think I went up to go
Oh,
see you.
okay.
We were
No,
having a
man, you
conversation.
stopped. I tried to get you to come,
Okay,
but you
so I
just
guess
stopped.
you're
You
just
started throwing
ignoring
beads
me.
down.
Oh, was
The
it
beads
me?
I threw- yeah, it was. You came up and then you stopped,
Ignoring
and then I was like, thought you were following me.
Just
You
looking at
didn't.
each other, and then
I don't know where
she
you
just-
went.
That was me. I was on the balcony for about a hot minute. I didn't throw any
Then
beats.
she
No, but it looked like you were about
said
to.
something.
We threw them down there.
I didn't have any
You
beats to
walked
throw.
up, and you grabbed them, and then you walked up, and then I
Did
left
I?
you.
Maybe you did.
I don't know what happened.
It could be true. I have no idea.
Interesting.
All I remember is coming down and
Maddie hit me in the head with beads.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, all right. Well, I guess we should go in order, and with nobody else talking, just whose story of events that major.
well, I remember the guy looked like Andy Dalton sitting at the table, and I walked down and I go, "Who invented Andy Dalton?" And he was just staring at Eric.
Some random people came up to us and was like,
Did we
I
ever look
honestly
to us
think-
that like people wanted to talk to us?
I think it got to
Camera
a,
out,
I think it got to a
No.
point where we were just hanging around the table,
phone.
and people just tried to join.
We
us.
attracted weirdos for
We
some
did.
reason, of all types and sizes and varieties,
I would like to talk about 3 strange things that happened.
Yeah.
And
and none of them that involved us.
no, exactly. But I'm glad there were people that have
I
witnessed
completely
everything. that happened.
forgot the bum guy. That was a pretty strange thing. Too.
Yeah, we're walking on down Bourbon Street, and all of a sudden these two, they were obviously tourists. These 2 little girls sitting outside of a shop eating, and these 2 guys, as they walk past them, start petting them on the heads.
Yeah, that was a very bizarre story. I heard that. Yeah.
That was weird. So that's number 3.
Yeah.
Number 2 was
Number 2.
Number 2, and this would be number 1 if I wasn't under the influence.
Hit the
And
graphics.
I was sitting there and next to the pool area, and it was late at night. It was me, Maddie, and Eric. And I'm a little bit out of it, And in my peripheral, there's like that game like Whack-A-Mole. I feel like there were these heads popping up out of the bushes, and I'm like, I think the children of the corn are going to get us. And
Did you have any of Eric's gummy bears?
Maddie's like, no, it was something that I did smoke though, and Maddie's like, oh my god, and even Maddie's
Eric's
like,
pee-pee.
like children of the corn. He's like, oh crap. He's like, ugh. And then number 1, and this was definitely the strangest thing. I actually found it disgusting, but it was kind of funny. So me and Maddie are on the balcony watching all the idiots throw beads down at the girls and yell things at them, right? And they're like, and there's this one girl.
Weren't you those idiots?
And no, we weren't watching. No, we didn't have beads, right? But we were watching people. Actually, we did. Yeah, we did confiscate some. So anyway, so they're yelling at this girl, and they're like, "Let them breathe," referring to her breasts. And so then what ends up happening is this girl ends up showing her bra, and they're like, "Boo!" So then finally she shows a breast, right? So the people start throwing beads down at her. But
Just
now,
a breast?
no, but now the glove's dropped. Now she's comfortable because she just got something for doing
there
that.
you go.
So
Okay.
then she does it again, like full chest exposure. People throw more beads down, and then this African American homeless man walks up to her and sucks on her boob. She doesn't care. And then goes to the next boob and is like sucking on her boobs in the street, right? Maddie can confirm this. He saw this with me, right?
Yeah, he was thirsty. He needed some milk.
I was like, I couldn't believe this is happening. And then I'm like, wow, that's messed up. I'm like, that's going to be stricken off the record for her boyfriend or future relationships. You're not going to mention about that time you're in New Orleans and had your boobs sucked by a homeless guy, are
Well,
you?
she's a fan of this show.
And this wasn't even Mardi Gras?
No.
Then the next thing you know, we look down, Eric's down there. He's like, oh, it's a free-for-all, so he's making his way over there.
It
He's,
really is like a humid cesspool, though. You have all these people crammed onto
is.
this one street. There's all this
Under
humidity.
construction, so it's all on the sidewalks. Most
Yeah,
of it.
bumping into each other.
and it's not a
drinking
face you bring a
and-
family or maybe a kid in a stroll, like I've seen multiple times this weekend.
That's a bad decision.
Really?
That's
Probably shouldn't have your kid out at 10 o'clock at night on Bourbon Street in a stroll.
I wonder how full it would have been if it was not under construction.
It would have still been full on Saturdays and
Yeah, but
Fridays.
it could have been at least a little more comfortable
It
walking.
would have been a little more diverse.
Yeah.
A little bit spread out a little bit better. But,
I don't
it was
have any
still-
like strange stories quite like that.
no, that was the strangest one ever, I heard, actually.
But do you remember that last night when I tried to get into the ghost tour?
Yeah.
You break it into an illegal tour that people pay quite money. That's
I
why.
We walked
literally,
by
I
Suzi.
literally go, oh, actually, I think people pay for this. And I walked away.
Yeah.
Could just blend it in. Did they have like a special T-shirt on that
This
represented?
guy was doing like there was a bunch of people around. This guy was like showing things and everything. I just walk in. I was like, oh, this is interesting.
We tried to steer Eric towards
I think people
homosexuality.
paid for this though, and I walked away.
Well, Eric had a little someone had a little crush on Eric. I mean, hey, it happens.
Yes.
You know, he's a
I forgot about that. Goes to other.
he was referred to as a silver fox. So
He was, really?
yeah.
Why does he have gray hair?
Yeah, he's starting to get
Oh yeah.
I think he got grayer as the weekend went. I honestly think he did.
I think this weekend took 15 years off his life.
Did he get dentures yet?
Maybe. Whatever he had left, yes. It
Yeah, I think-
probably wasn't much. So
I think this was a 15-year, and the best was when he was trying to check into his flight. He's sitting by the pool on Monday morning, and he's making all these grizzly bear noises.
yeah, he made a lot of those.
Did you say, yeah, when you walk by his room in the middle of the night, right? You just heard noises?
Like 8 o'clock in the morning on
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah.
He's like,
It was almost like you were walking by like the bear exhibit at the zoo. And like you were afraid to open the door, he was just making noises.
Wait, didn't you tell me during his first karaoke performance, like he cleared the whole room cleared out? And
half the bar left. Do you remember the
Why does he
karaoke?
sing?
So
Not the first night.
Arty, me, Susan, Amy, we were waiting for Eric to sing, and we're like, "This is gonna be awesome." He's going on. He's doing karaoke.
It was not awesome.
So
Sorry.
we're
Eric.
there, and literally, like,
Oh, I do remember.
the bar
I do
was
remember.
packed. The karaoke bar was packed. By the time the song was over, like half the bar had left.
And what was he singing?
Well, he thinks
I
otherwise.
Can't remember what song.
He thinks
It was
yeah,
not a
It was
good
not a good
karaoke.
check the Daily Quickie for 2 days ago.
he jump off and then like high five.
I
Yeah.
watched a video of him doing karaoke the next night. He did
Kid Rock?
Sabotage. No, yeah, he did Kid Rock, and it
Oh, yeah, he
actually
loved
wasn't
Kid
bad.
Rock.
What did he do the first night?
I can't remember. It was not a karaoke
He
song.
went on a Kid
It's
Rock
not a
before.
karaoke
So-
song.
Half the bar clears out, and then he comes back and he's like, "I killed it, right?" And we're all like, "Yep, excellent job." Then he goes, "Some guy tried to fight me while I was singing karaoke. I was humping the back of his head, and he tried to fight me." I go, "Obviously he's gonna try to fight you if you grab the back of his head."
Nothing beats the time that we were down in New Orleans a year ago with just me, Suze, and Amy and Eric were at the bar. And Eric was singing karaoke, but then he decided he was going to go back on stage when he's like this bachelorette party was singing karaoke,
Oh my
and totally go on stage and try to steal their microphone. And he stole their microphone. He's on there dancing and singing with them. And all of a sudden, one of these girls comes over and just. He's like, yay! To this one girl, she like literally pretty much just pushes him out of the way. He steals the microphone. And he's like a lost dog on stage as they're singing. And he's just kind of dancing.
Like a
But
lawn-
no, the best part about that story is we were out in the courtyard area
Yeah.
getting drinks, and we both look up because it's girls up there singing. We don't expect to see
You turn around and
Eric.
see Eric on the stage.
And I'm
we
like-
turn around and we see the TV, and we're like, "Is that Eric?"
And there was indeed.
It was. He was snatching the mic out of the girl's hand.
It's amazing to me. He hasn't been banned from that place.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Because that guy that's there, the cowboy guy, the black guy with the cowboy hat
Oh,
and
yeah,
the boots,
yeah.
he's there every single time. I've never been there without him being there.
You think of Eric, it's probably
hype guy?
five, just like
The hype guy, yes.
That guy-
That guy must.
That guy can sing.
That guy must work 10 hours a day, 7 days a week. Because every time I'm there, I've been there all hours, all different times.
Yeah.
He's always there.
Wow.
He can sing.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's a pretty good hype guy. Could
We
take
had
him
that.
around.
We had that debate about that.
Well, I think so. That's what we are.
That
We see
lady.
that, It's like
Oh,
I still think you and I are right. I still don't think
makes us
Eric
was-
knows who it was.
it was a hefty Native American man.
friends with.
Yeah, that's what Artie and I think.
Yes.
But it was actually a Asian woman.
Eric was trying to say it was the
So was Maddie.
hype
Maddie-
man's Asian wife, and
Yeah,
I go,
I think I missed this.
don't think so.
Huh.
I think you're a
Maddie and
little
Eric
off.
said it was a Asian woman.
Yeah.
Artie and I thought it was an older Native American
Where is
guy.
the karaoke place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
Just
see
sitting
it.
at like a wooden, like almost like a gavel stand.
Okay, I'm trying to.
Yeah, which is odd enough as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adam Mallett's peeking through the upstairs
Oh yeah, I was
through the
creeping you guys out.
televisions.
Yeah, that was funny. No, it was a great trip though. I think my favorite thing about this whole trip was, unfortunately though, with the exception of Artie and Suze, like I feel like with everybody, I have at least one moment where like I can share that moment.
Oh, you don't remember that moment you were sharing a bit of us?
like I mean, me and Maddie had that.
Come on
situation,
in.
Had that time on the balcony. Even me and Eric were sitting next to each other at the game.
Well,
me and Double Back left early, chilled by the pool. Got
Yeah, I want to know about you and Maddie's
Like-
intermedication at the on the balcony.
No, it was just it's funny because there was this really pretentious girl who was such a pain in the ass. We were sitting on the balcony, and this girl's this girl's talking to me, and she's like, we're talking about, Bourbon Street, whatever, and she's like, and I'm like, yeah, but it's kind of cool to see this many Patriots fans here, but it's kind of not, because when I like to travel, I don't want to be reminded of back home. And she's like, oh, well, I do. She's like, I guess the people around me are just, better than the people around you.
Jesus.
And I was just kind of like, she's like, I don't mean to be a bitch, but the people around me are just probably nicer. And I'm like, no, you just sound like a pretentious bitch, but it's okay. And she's like, oh, I've never been called pretentious before, but okay.
Oh, I was like the female Eric. Remember Eric went off on...
the dictionary.
I know, right?
If you're friends with Eric on Facebook, he went off on Saturday night about people with Boston Red Sox hats saying hi to him. Do you remember that one?
He was very angry about that situation.
He was
Why,
very
does he have a
upset.
Red Sox
Yes,
fan?
but he was very upset that people who are also from the New England area were just giving him daps and saying, hey, yo, what's up?
Go Patriots.
As like a friendly reminder.
That's a normal thing.
And he was
Yeah,
very
exactly.
offended by that. And he went on Facebook and went on a rant.
I think if it was the same person saying it to you like 20 times in a row, it's different.
Yeah.
But it's someone different that you've never seen before in your life.
Then perhaps he should have been wearing an Edelman t-shirt and a Red Sox hat that day.
That's part of the reason I didn't wear
Or a
it.
Cook's t-shirt, yes.
That's true. You're
Perhaps you
absolutely-
should have identified yourself as a member of a community that traveled about 45% to that stadium that weekend.
Yeah, there was a lot of Patriots.
It was the largest crowd for a Patriots-Saints game in the history of the Dome. There was 73,000
I
people.
wonder if that set a record for the Dome.
It's close to, well, a Super
So
Bowl.
that's
without-
why I couldn't. That's when you said
yeah.
that. I thought it was a record for the
Super Bowls and probably games against the Falcons probably are close to it, but I think that's probably top 10 amount of people that are at that place.
And WrestleMania.
And obviously WrestleMania. But I'm talking about
Right,
football.
Football.
But that's also
Because
the
concerts and events like that, you can
WrestleMania
obviously
would
hold
be
more.
100,000.
Yeah.
Huh?
100,000 for WrestleMania.
Are we all going to Uncle Eric to WrestleMania into New Orleans this year?
Funkle Eric?
It's in New Orleans.
nothing in God's good to
Is what's the
earth
name
you
of
get
the
to go to
zero?
WrestleMania.
Because,
But that's part of the reason why I didn't wear any Patriots attire too, is because I just kind of didn't want to see what happened, kind of from the
It
outside
actually
in.
worked to our advantage
Because you could find me.
whenever
It was easy to find the pirate.
Sure that
Yeah.
everyone was there. It was like,
Yeah.
okay. He's
Eric
got a
was
striped
dressed like a
baby
pirate.
blue shirt
I mean,
on.
not Eric, Adam. He had a nice striped shirt on and stuff and some
Yeah, so I
shorts.
was like, I went to a yacht club or something.
You are. You look like you're going to go some golfing and you're going to use like a catamaran through the Mississippi River.
Yeah. But I kind of just want to be in the background, take everything in, and just see what would happen to people wearing and see how people would approach.
Yeah, it was easy to identify you, I gotta
Yeah.
say. Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm pretty impressed, double back. It's 45 minutes in, you haven't did the dirty Irish exit left and went to bed.
I think they did it
And I'm
5
off
minutes.
tomorrow.
You have a day off tomorrow, huh?
And I'm off.
You're a party animal. Your trip started Friday night and just kept on ticking.
Yep. I need 2 days of relax time.
Is that what it takes at your age?
I wish I had that.
Double back's of several years older than me, so he takes a little more time to
No.
recoup.
Who's the boy?
Literally like.
He's pushing 40. Do you believe that?
Like
Really?
Yeah.
months.
Months and hours.
I don't even know. I can't tell anymore. how
He's
old
like
people are.
3 months older than you.
It's like
40
a dog
on live
years. That's like, how many? 5 years?
Call me 40 on live, yeah.
There is kind of a
Tommy
huge
is.
range of age.
Joey probably looks younger than me.
And Maddie's really young.
He's a nice slick dude. He got his ears lowered.
Yeah, I did. Should have did it before we went.
So you pick up the ladies.
Dude, my hair was a mess.
Nothing was you couldn't pick up ladies down in New Orleans because you would be picking up nothing but dirty Boston ladies if you were down there.
And there was nothing.
It was pretty much like Faneuil Hall on steroids. So all your sloppy local Boston girls who like to drink and pretty much
pretty much.
have half your body hanging out.
It was pretty gross.
It was like that times a 10
And it was
down in New Orleans because the alcohol was just flowing like salmon of Capistrano.
I knew you were going there.
So, and
And,
in reality was like you weren't gonna get like
And it
Eric.
was hot as hell.
And it was muggy. It was like we're in a swamp.
It was like a swamp.
I guess essentially it is a swamp. I guess.
Technically were in a
Yeah,
swamp.
the entire
I
state's a
literally
swamp.
think From waiting in line to get into the game.
Oh.
No,
That was
structure.
miserable.
When we got
Yeah.
in, it looked like we just went swimming.
Yeah, and then he caught pneumonia because it was 110 degrees outside with the humidity, and then you walk into the dome and it's about 69 degrees. So you get this
I
cold
sweat.
air.
I
Next
sweat
thing you
so
know, you're
bad.
clapping your throat and your lungs. You can't talk. I think this is why I can't have no voice because I caught pneumonia.
I know, right?
I think we all have pneumonia.
Bronchitis or something.
All right, we're probably gonna make it. Next week we probably won't make it.
Probably.
We'll be doing this from a hospital bed, and it's probably good we didn't do a show from Bourbon Street because I can sure hell think it would be a very sloppy show.
And some asshole would probably get in the middle of it. Yeah,
I would probably be one iPad shot of a good time.
Eric would be,
Oh, monster! That's exactly what would have happened.
It's like full zombie.
Or Maddie would have ate the iPad because he was always hungry for some reason. Maddie's always hungry.
Maddie didn't really eat.
Which is odd.
None
Yeah,
of
I
us
thought it
really
was
ate
going to eat a
that
lot
much.
more.
Joey's little
But
That much. She had a burger here. What did I eat?
Maddie's like, some girl walks up to Maddie, puts his arm around, and goes, "You're like a big old teddy bear," and started rubbing his beard.
This happened?
Yeah, this is when you had left. We went to see her friend's band play.
Yeah, I went.
And it was the widow. So Eric meets this
Yeah.
lady whose husband dies
That was bullshit.
4 weeks ago. But at first she was all over Maddie, rubbing his shoulders and then rubbing his beard in a sexual manner.
She
And
kissed me on the cheek.
poor Maddie got like, it was red as a fire engine, didn't know what to do. Then Eric goes, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah. And I remember I gave her a beat. She's like, "Thank you, sweetie." She hugged me and pecked me on the cheek. And I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, that's-" And then Eric gets all handsy with her. And like, he had his hand on her ass. And that's when I think she told him, "Oh, my husband died."
Maybe thinking it would turn him off, it actually just got him more motivated.
That kid. Not even call him a kid. That guy. He's going to be able to apply for AARP in a few years. Like, you can apply 50 for AARP.
What are you supposed to be our guidance counselor? Like,
I know, he was our child. He was the child.
Eric's 42nd birthday is next week, so if
Oh my God.
his birthday's the
Went and got
30th.
him from a restaurant.
September 30th, he'll be 42, so. Did you guys see this mad pooper?
get the yawning going.
How old is that woman? She was like near 50. She was older. Long
Yes.
Lake.
Close to Eric's age.
Yeah.
We invited him.
The packing. Now we're gonna go do the packing news right here. The packing news. The mad pooper. Joey sent us this article on another website the other day. Have you heard this at all?
I have heard about it. I haven't looked too much into it though. Yeah.
So there's this woman who is living in Colorado Springs, and every day she's pooping on this person's lawn. And we have no idea why. They set up video cameras on the house to videotape her in the action.
She brings her own bag.
She brings her own toilet paper.
She must hate this woman.
So she must run like a few miles a day, and then she squats in front of this house to take a poop. Because running is a national
Is that
diet.
California?
It's Colorado.
It was the.
I just saw something with
Probably it was all over the news. It was called the Mad Pooper.
Yeah, I think that's the
Yeah.
same one.
That's it.
And they're like, there's a lot of bathrooms around. Why?
They said it's in front of a park. There's porta
There's
potties.
porta potties.
She must have a grudge.
Venue.
I think she's having an affair with the husband who lives there. That's my theory.
You know that. I'm
When
on
she's
board with that.
pooping on in the lawn, and the wife, because the wife's the one getting all bent out of shape. I haven't heard anything about the
Kids are
husband.
the ones that found her.
Yeah.
Why
Looked
can't
out the
you,
window and saw this lady pooping on their lawn.
so why can't you be normally messed up and slash someone's tires? Why you gotta poop on their lawn?
But
If
listen,
you're gonna be messed up.
We've all seen one of our friends at least once poop either themselves or in public.
God, I thought Eric pooped himself in the dome.
I think he did.
I think he
In the
did.
dome?
Yeah, I think.
Yes.
I'd say there's at
And
least.
at the
And at the karaoke bar, and at the other bars.
Really
I think
bad.
Eric pooped
And
himself
at
once.
Santa Fe
Yes.
Friday night with all of my friends
Yes.
who he'd never
Friday
met
night.
before.
That
Can you
was
imagine never meeting people
that
before
early in the
and you're
trip, you already
rolling?
had that going?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I remember he sent a text in group. He said something about how come I always hit on girls or never get girls that are out of my league. Remember he said something like
Yes.
that in group, and I almost responded like, because you shit yourself.
Well, the
like,
best.
like I almost said that.
I think he shit himself. To be quite honest with you, I think there was poop in the drawers.
Well, he kept asking me if he could do laundry.
OMG.
Yeah, that was the key. He wanted to know if he could do laundry.
Oh, I feel bad whoever has to clean
What
that
is
room.
wrong with him?
Well, the best was he met one of Susie's friends and was like, "Oh, nice to meet you." And she's like, "Oh, I remember I met you Friday night when you came in like a bat out of hell, drunk, wanting to fight everyone."
He does that thing too. He tries to go through your balls and does this like to tap them.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
He wants to touch you.
He does it. He does it to you too. I've seen him do it too. He's done it to me. I've almost instinctively decked him.
I was
because-
sexually assaulted by him
I know.
on Friday night.
Oh God, yeah. He's like put it. Oh,
I was sexually
Saturday night.
assaulted by him. I seen things that I never want to see ever. Things touched my arm and in my bear.
Saturday night when we were at the
There's
karaoke
things
bar,
I never want to see ever.
he was really annoying me Saturday night.
Yeah.
So he was just going off about do this, do that, do that.
At one point, I thought I had a parrot on my shoulder. Guess what? It wasn't a parrot. It was some kind of bird, if you know what I mean.
maybe you need a shot.
There was
Depends
parrots
on
on
the
Bourbon
shot.
Street though.
No, it wasn't a parrot. It was a different type of bird.
And Anteater?
South Carolina has as their mascot for their college teams. It was sitting on my shoulder, unbeknownst to myself.
This weekend?
Yeah, Friday night.
He was bothering me so much Saturday night at the karaoke bar. I was like, Eric, come here.
Oh yeah.
Whisper in his ear. I was like, you're starting to piss me off.
You said that, Joe?
Yeah.
You need to shut up before I knock you out.
Joe did? Wow, what Joe? He's so quiet.
He actually felt really, really bad about that because the next day he was saying, "I think I made Joey mad."
Yeah.
He's like, what's wrong with him?
I'm like, why? What did he say to you? He told me what you said. And I go, yeah, I think you pissed Joey. I go, it's really tough to piss Joey off, and you succeeded. So.
Yeah.
Joey's so quiet.
Yeah. He's like, what's wrong with him? He's like, is something wrong with him?
And at that point in the night, I actually
There's something wrong with him.
was
He's acting
sober.
Acting like an adult.
At, like midnight.
I know exactly. An adult doesn't like it when you...
Yeah.
Well, that's like crazy Joe Dalzetta when I was pulling out of my street.
The cheese?
Oh, I have stories about that guy.
Wait, I take the turn to go come here.
I like how she's whispering, even though there's 900 microphones in this room.
Anybody hear me?
They're all going to hear you. There's mics everywhere.
Whatever. And I pull out in front of Deborah's house, and all of a sudden I catch out the corner of my eye somebody on a bike, and it's Joe, and he looked real sleazy, like looking over. Creepo.
I ran. You heard the story of how when I ran into him here, right? And he tried to ask me for my number. I was like, I'm all set, thank you.
Yeah.
This happened. Well, he ran into him again at Robinson's,
Do you know what
didn't
we're
you?
talking about?
When it's
No,
Saturday,
Jesus.
he was-
An old friend of
High
ours.
school with
Saturday he was
Von
at John's
backstory,
gas
whatever.
station, Arty. I pulled in to get gas,
He was in this
and I pull in the
complex,
back.
and
All of a
I
sudden
ran
he's
into
got a
him.
butt in his mouth, and
I'll
he's
tell you a
pushing
story
this
about
garbage
Okay,
can.
okay,
Yeah.
It seems like it's
And he
just a
must
side
have been emptying
conversation.
it to the
Yeah.
guy that owns the place, and then he walks back.
I think
and
everything's a side conversation.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, so I was.
The ADD.
The thing with Eric was just hilarious. Like
You think when
the
his
next
mother
like
died, that
5
would've
people that
straightened
like
him
said
out.
something to me or pissed me off, he was just like, lay off.
He was in
Leave him
prison
alone.
when his mother
He was
died.
your bodyguard for the
Yeah,
night.
he bodyguarded me for like an hour.
Yeah. I have legit restrained myself on 2 occasions around him. Only once on this time, but another time where I almost hit him. I was very close. Like when you go like this to touch my balls, going like this, you do not touch that. You do not do that to a person. Like I literally, I made a fist, but then I stopped myself.
He wants to see what you're packing.
Instinctively, I almost just hit him because I felt that. Like I wasn't thinking
Like
to hit
first
him.
reaction type of thing.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a first reaction kind of thing. Yeah.
Well, it happens sometimes, I
Yeah.
guess. But I'm still going to invite him to the Nashville
Locker
trip
room
next
play.
year.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking.
Locker
about
room
him.
play.
We're talking about him. So
He will come.
he's a very.
I guarantee next
I'm
year.
inviting him to the wedding.
Next year in Nashville will be exactly the same way. So if you listen to this,
He will get
Check him
his
off the
ass
list.
kicked in Nashville.
you think so?
Yes.
But I think Nashville's going to be
I think-
bunch
I
of
don't-
Boston people again.
Yeah, but I also don't think that the Nashvillians, is that like right,
Sure.
will
Sounds right.
tolerate his behavior.
I don't know, a lot of them marry their own cousins. So
I also think because it was almost all New England people down there.
that's Suzi territory next year. That's
I don't
the
think
land
they
of the,
would
Nashville.
tolerate that.
you know, that's the volunteer state. Here's a question for you:
All game in Nashville.
Is unemployment very low in Tennessee? They must be because they have a lot of volunteers. That's their slogan. I'm the volunteer state. No one works. Everyone just volunteers. Must be great.
What is wrong with it?
I will say this about Louisiana
Well,
New
Missouri's
Orleans,
called the
that they
Strong
should take like a feminist from up
That
here
was dumb.
and plop her
Oh.
down there. It's just like, because I was called sugar like a million times. Like, all right, sugar, we'll get you there. All right, sit. Like it's like you can't down there. It's just how they talk.
We call
like,
Princess Sugar Tits.
like, all right, baby.
One of us is always called Princess Sugar Tits.
Who got called that?
Siri calls Susie that all the time.
Sure.
Do you have your phone convenient right now?
Is your name programmed in there like
Oh yeah,
that?
you can change it. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
I'm surprised it lets you say tits, but it won't let you say remember, black. It won't say black cock.
No, what's a
Oh,
dildo?
dildo. Let's say dildo. Yeah, that's so
Yeah.
weird.
It's all right.
It won't say dildo, but it'll.
Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Just a second.
Oh, Siri's on. Siri's like,
Siri's-
give me 1 minute, woman. Okay.
Siri's tired.
Yeah, Siri's like, I'm tired. Man. Where'd the doggies go? By the way, you put them up?
Hey Siri, what's my
They were
name?
eating.
They what?
They put the dogs up because they were eating.
Why is she not working?
I think Surrey took some anti.
Siri, what's my name?
Siri's on vacation.
You're
Siri.
Arty, but you asked me to call you Princess Buttercup.
She calls me Princess Buttercup.
All right then. Well,
Susan's Siri's broken.
Susie's- yeah, you got it.
Siri's like, I'm on vacation.
Hey Siri, what's my name? I don't think she recognized my voice.
Maybe.
Did you hit the button to activate it?
You sound like Miley Cyrus.
I know, you do sound like a Miley Cyrus. With a hoarse voice and a southern accent.
No,
Exactly.
she's not recognizing your all's name. Or your all's voices. Hush.
Oh, she's telling us to hush during the live radio show. She's like my mother walking in front of the camera.
That's how it works.
And
now,
she's
right?
like,
You get
man,
married.
the whole world got to see a nice shade of your
I'm
ass.
sure
on
that
film.
all 5 of them.
75 to be actually.
Well, maybe they want your mother and your girlfriend on more often.
Oh, we'll take a poll. Feel free to leave comments if you want to see more of my mother. And if so, we'll bring this broadcast a block down the road to her house every Tuesday night. We'll set up right in the living room so she could fall asleep halfway through. And it'd be like Weekend with Bernie's in the back with the prop her up.
Eric kept saying that actually all weekend.
He did. This Weekend at Bernie.
Well, wasn't it? It was pretty much like we were with Weekend with Bernie.
So who was?
Did he really step on
Bernie?
fire ants? Do you think that was real?
Who was Bernie?
Maddie was with him.
Yeah.
Eric.
He was falling asleep. He was the old man of the group.
He was the old man, but he partied like an animal.
32, 32.
was hopped up on-
He was the oldest out of all of us, but he lasted the longest.
It's because he was hopped up on amphetamines. That's why.
Him and Maddie actually.
He was.
Well,
Maddie's a stud. He's a young stallion himself, living the dream like an American.
When we were getting up,
It's the face of a
we got
gym.
up, what, 2-ish
Yeah, 2.
for the flight.
Yeah.
I was like, I should have set my alarm for 2:30.
30.
You guys should have said, but Eric was
I
out by
didn't
the
think about
pool.
that.
You know that, right?
He was at the pool?
Did you say see him when you left?
No.
No.
He was out to the pool till 3:30 in the morning.
Seriously?
He goes, they
He
left and
was
didn't.
texting actually.
Yeah,
He goes, they left and didn't say goodbye.
No, I didn't know that because we went by his room. We heard rapping. We heard loud.
Oh, at that point, he might have already been back. He said he was naked rapping to D12.
We left at 3.
So I don't know.
Either he went back out or
Probably, maybe.
because it was 3.
I hope he
There was
didn't go.
definitely music going on.
Yeah.
I hope he didn't go back out naked.
Well, nobody complained, so.
I guess so. We may never be able to stay there again.
You're banned.
Well,
It wouldn't be the first place. It wouldn't be the first place you got me
Back
banned
from.
from.
Whoever has to clean them.
That room smelled like a dirty locker room.
It did. It was pretty bad.
When we first got there, Maddie's like, "Yeah, I'll sleep on the couch in that."
Yeah.
Would it take him all of like 45 minutes for
Yeah,
us to
he's
convince
like-
him
he's
not
like-
to stay in that?
He goes, hey, is it okay if I sleep with you guys? I don't care.
Yeah, he's getting on me for spilling like a little piece of like sauce on the carpet,
Then
and
he
then
spills half a beer on the couch.
yeah, that is like his clothes are everywhere. He spills half a beer on the couch.
All right. Well, with that in mind, we'll leave it at there. You plugging anything?
No, but you could always. I am, but I gotta get to work on it more because I haven't had time because I'm busy at work. And
busy
on
man.
Vacation, yes. But as always, my website.
calendar season.
Whirlwindreports.com. No, calendar season's over. And obviously thepacky.com. Yes.
I got no plugs.
Double back? Look for double back in the daily quickies.
Yes. He's very
Right.
animated on double quickies.
And subscribe,
Yeah.
like,
Forgot about
comment, do what you need,
Zero
please,
posts.
because
Yeah,
I don't know.
that.
I gotta pay for a wedding in 13 months, so I could use some likes on YouTube to help some funding to come. So please do that. I would appreciate that. So I don't have to, put Eric on the street and pimp him out. So,
He'd probably do it.
anyways,
We could probably do it right now.
probably he's probably watching right now.
You could go play the bucket.
No, he's probably
like
passed
those little
out.
kids.
You're not
in
gonna hear
the
from him for a
woods.
I
while.
forgot about those little
He's probably
kids.
dead to the world right now.
Probably is.
Kids
Yeah, he had a
start
long
playing.
day.
Huh?
Anyways. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed my mother and future mother-in-law in the side conversation in the back of Suzi J. I hope here she is.
Oh,
She's
boy.
gonna come back one more time. And it's on delay, so she's gonna be like,
Where am I?
it's a 45-second delay.
Why, in
So-
case you start using foul language?
Well, no, it's here she comes. You can see her coming around the screen. All right, we'll leave it at that. Everyone have a good night. See you later. Bye-bye.
Peace out.
You'll get 100 likes.
I gotta pee. I'm drinking so much water.